everyone. Hello. I am Jasmine Patel, and I welcome you to the third episode of From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. And today I have a very special guest joining us, and his name as I know him, is Farrukh Mindscientist. So let's bring him
Thank you
on.
very much.
Hello, how are you?
So great. I'm so happy to talk to you. And we are going to talk a very important topic, and it starts from Adam and Eve, in fact.
Yes. So, okay, I have 4 questions, and let's see. Your first one is okay. What are some warning signs that our partner is becoming overly possessive?
First of all, we must understand the difference between possessive behavior and love. Possessive behavior is that a person has fear to lose his partner. He becomes alert and vigilant and keep an eye. He breaks himself inside. He gets suffocated. He gets down. He considers himself entangled in some jail. This is, and he is calling it as a love, but it is not. Why? Because when she was or he was young, there were certain difficulties during her parenting, and there was some misunderstanding created in her mind related to relationship. The concept of wholeness and freedom of action was snatched away from him or her. That problem, when she considered or he considered that he is not whole, he became dependent on something. He wanted to become dependent on someone else for his love, and he or she lost his self love, self care. So when he got married or he got some in relationship somewhere, he said, I can't live without you. I will remain vigilant about you. I will keep an eye on you. I can't expect that you should be talking to someone else. If you talk to someone else, you become jealous. If somebody is looking at some wall, he will or she will say, why were you looking there? You are not attentive to me. I want to pass a lot of time with you, and I have come all the way from for you, and you are just ignoring me. This is not love. This is a possessive behavior. When somebody gets possessive, the other person gets avoidant. So when I become possessive, I'm going to lose my energy and I'm going to take a control over my partner. And that is a difficulty in the relationship, and the people get away from each other. Yes, please.
Wow, that was a great answer. So I have a lot of questions here, so I gotta. Okay, well, you already answered it. Already few. So okay. All right. Here's a good one. What are some healthy ways to express love without being overly possessive?
Okay, thank you. The far most important thing is love has nothing to do with romance, sex, or possessive behavior. Love or relationship is a companionship. It is companionship. Love means giving, and not even anticipating anything. This is pure love, because love is a spiritual quality. It has come all the way from God. God gives and forgives. Love, God doesn't ask me something to be reciprocated in return. That is why when a person is going to love, he is going to care for him. He is going to take responsibility for him without indulging or involving in anything like having an expectation from him. If you create an expectation that I have done a lot for you today, I have cooked food for you, and you're going to take me out in return, it means now you have attached. You have got excessive clingy thoughts. Chewing gum, you have become a chewing gum with that. Now you are going to take a control, and this is going to create a lot of problem. If you want to express your love, you just have to say, I love you. That's one of the best word I can say. If you miss someone, you can't say, do you miss me? That's a wrong answer. You can't say this. It means that you are becoming narcissistic and possessive. You are talking self, me, my end. That's wrong. If you want to say that I missed you, you just have to say, I miss you. And that's all. You can't say, please do miss me. I have seen so many people, did you miss me when I was away? That is a clingy, and you are in a jail. You are suffocated, and you are disturbed within
Oh.
your own thoughts. That's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to say,
Wow.
I care for you. One thing I want to add here:
Mm-hmm.
love is to understand the feeling of others, not yours.
Right.
Love is to understand the feeling of other partner. In fact, if we are talking in relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but what we say, we always talk, he's not listening to me. I have come here for him or her. I want that he should listen to me every time. When you say this, it means that you consider that your partner is just behaving like a hospital or a therapy center or rehabilitation center. It is not. First of all, if I want to convey my love for someone, first of all, I have to love myself, and I have to be complete within my own self. Otherwise, I am going to have an anxious attachment. The anxious attachment is that comes from me, everything is for me, nothing is coming in my way, I am living bad life, oh my god, everything is happening to me. No, everything is not happening to you. In fact, things are happening for you, and you have to make a way and path, and here you move on.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Wow. Good answer. I agree with you. Wow.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, this leads on to the next question. What is the most powerful connection you have made in your life, and how did it impact you?
Wow. Do you consider this question is purely for me, myself, or anyone else?
I'm asking you.
Okay. The
Yeah.
most powerful connection is within my own false self and my true self. Within my own self. Okay, let me explain this. Everybody has minimum two parts within his own personality. One is true self. It is connected through heart with God. We get energy directly from God and dissipate it throughout our body. That is one. And this is through heart. When the mother was in the womb, when the child was in the womb of a mother, the emotions were in his heart before they transferred to the central nervous system that was in brain. No, it was in heart. Then on the instructions of heart, the brain was considered, brain was made.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, maybe 2 to 3 months old, I used to take milk. I used to take feeder. One day, my mother grabbed that feeder and placed it away. I just grabbed it again, or tried to grab it. That day, it was my first step that I have to develop my false self. False self does not mean wrong self. It is also called as ego self. It is my identity. I am Farrukh. I am Jasmine. I am mind science trainer. I am husband. I am wife. I am child. Anything after I am is my false self. It is a difference. It is because of my ego. Ego is not bad or good. Ego is development, my own personality development, where I am going to take my own action in this world, maybe a doctor. Now, the true self is when I was born and what for I was born. When I go back to my Lord should say, wow, great, well done. This is my true self. Now, the other side of myself is that is false self or my ego self. The difference between this part and this part is less than I am going to be with my true self, and I consider myself connected to my own self. When I am connected to my true self, I will be doing everything to make my Lord happy, to make my God happy. I am looking after my wife. I am looking after my child. I am going to do the dishes even, or I am looking after my patients. I am doing it because my God has made me such, so that I should be happy within my own self. That is called as enlightenment in your words. On the
Wow.
other side, There is another side, and that is the last one. That is wrong side, wrong self. What we are doing everything for this world. For example, if I am giving you this interview and I need an appreciation from yourself. Oh, do I have to interview for this purpose? A child good does good in a class and the teacher says, oh, well done, I am going to make a star on your face. You know what is happening with this? The dopamine hormone is going to release. When the dopamine is releasing after 10 to 12 years of his age, there will be nobody who is going to appreciate him. Now the mood swings are going to made. She or he will be facing the mood swings. And nobody knew why it has happened, because he was or she was dependent on outside factor for his help, for his happiness. That's wrong. You have to do within your own self. You were born complete, and when you will go back to Lord, you will be all alone. When you were born, you were all alone. When you'll go back to your Lord, you will be all alone. So you have to consider that you are complete, and you are complete if your true self and your false self are closer to each other. That is why you say, I am connected to myself. If you're connected to yourself, then you will never become possessive. You will love your partner, you will look after your partner, but you will set him free.
Wow. Thank you. Okay, next question for you. Let's see. Okay. What advice would you give to someone who struggles with communication or collaboration?
Okay. We all want to communicate. We all want to correct others. We all want to collaborate with others. What we do not want to connect to anyone else. For example, if father says, what are you doing? You are just wasting my time. You are not studying. I have spent a lot of money on you. Now what he's doing, he is trying to controlling him. But what he doesn't want, that he wants to connect with himself, with his child. First of all, how to connect. For example, I give you an example of my daughter. She was small. She said, Baba, you don't look after me. Baba, you don't look after me. One fine morning, I took her to the shop, and she said, I want to eat this. I want to go for this thing. I want to go this. Okay, I said, okay, buy this, buy this, buy this, eat this. She was very happy. She's sitting in front of me now. And on a few days later, my elder daughter was asked to go along with me. I told her, please go with me. She said, no, Baba, I have to work for the school, so I can't accompany you. Now, the first one who went with me before, she said, go with Baba. When you go alone, he makes you feel so important. He gives you value. He respects you. He owns you. And that day I thought, how I have to connect to my daughters. It means that they all need the child, wife, husband, anyone for that matter, want to feel important, want to feel valued, want to feel honored. If I will respect them, if I will honor them, they are in return, they are also going to give me, because the energy is going to transfer.
Wow.
Okay. This is how I started connected to them. Previously, I used to take them all along together. But after that day, I tried that I should take them out, or I should play with them in separately and independently. This is how my connection improved with them. This is how they started listening to my advices also. So the collaboration was automatically done. The communication started improving. What did in fact I do? I observed them from outside. I observed them from inside. I touched them. I moved them. I moved along with them. And when some days passed, the value, these all values, this respect, this honor, this importance, they evolved like a rose, like this. So if you want to connect to someone, if you want to collaborate with someone, if you want to communicate, when you start connecting and knowing him deep inside, the empathy is going to attach. This is called as connection with people. And then you have the common ground. You don't need to create a topic for the discussion. You have so many topics to discuss, and you have endless discussion. That is called as true communication.
Wow. Thank you. All right, guys. This wraps up today's episode on From Me to We with Jasmine Patel. And I'd like to thank my guest Farrukh Bhai for joining me today. And to the rest of you, stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Jasmine. It was great. It was wonderful to be with you.
Not a problem. Bye for now.